Dear children, now we will study the further types of changes. Those are periodic changes and non-periodic changes. First of all, we will study what is the definition of periodic changes. Periodic changes are also called avarti badal in Marathi. Changes that occur again and again after a definite interval of time. They occur after definite interval of time regularly again and again. For example, after day there is night. After sunrise there is sunset. And rotation of earth, revolution of earth, it is going on continuously. See, the rotation of the earth takes place every day. In 24 hours, one rotation of the earth is completed. And while doing rotation, earth is rotating around the sun also. And that is called revolution of the earth. And revolution of the earth takes place in 365.25 days. That means it is 1 year. And this happens after 1st January 2021, there will be 1st January 2022, when after 1 year, exactly after 1 year. And that's why this rotation of the earth, revolution of the earth, these are periodic changes. Now hands of a clock. See, these hands of clock, they are also following periodic change. How? Now, what is the time? It's 11:10. After 12 hours, what will happen? These hands of clock, minute hand, then this minute hand, hour hand, second hand, this will come in the this cycle after after 12 hours. So, what does it show? It shows that it is the example of periodic change. In this way, there are so many examples of periodic changes. Seasons, they occur gradually. There may be some days plus minus, but after summer there is a monsoon. After monsoon there is winter. Again there is summer. Like that, the cycle goes on continuously. Water cycle is also there. In this way, periodic changes, these are occurring after definite interval of time, and that's why this is very important change, and because of that we can see the days as well as night, everything. Now we will study the non-periodic changes. What is the definition here? Changes that do not occur. See, I have given you the comparative definition so that you can learn it easily. Don't learn, you can remember it easily, you can understand it easily. Changes that do not occur again and again after a definite interval of time are called non-periodic changes. See, they do not occur after certain fixed interval of time. There is no fixed interval of time. For example, tsunami, it may occur at any time. And flood, it may occur after 10 years, after 5 years, after 12 years, or it may not occur. If it will not occur, we will be thankful to God. Then earthquake, it may occur anytime. Then there are so many examples like accident, or there may be the bomb explosion, anything that may occur suddenly at any time. That's why it is non-periodic change. In Marathi it is called Anavarti Badal. Then now we will turn to the next type of change, and that is physical change and chemical change. Physical change is called Bhautik Badal in Marathi, whereas chemical change is called Rasayanik Badal in Marathi. This physical change, let us see what is the definition of physical change. Changes in which properties of original substances remain the same. See, when the change occurs from one state to another, at that time there is change, but there is no difference in the properties of these original substances. Suppose we break the glass. At that time, the pieces of glass, they are having the same properties. Suppose I am breaking this stick. The pieces of this stick, it will be having the same properties. There will be no change in the original substance. Then these are temporary changes. For example, best example is melting of wax. When this wax melts, at that time there is no change in the properties of original wax. After melting, if it is taken into mold and then if it is given any other shape also, at that time also the original substance does not change and it remains as it is. That's why the change occurs, but there is no change in the substance. That's why it is physical change and it is temporary change. Then melting of ice. See, in melting of ice, when the solid ice is converted into liquid, say melting of wax, when the candle is burning, at that time due to its flame there is heat, and because of heat the wax started melting. When we collect this wax into the bowl and then we after heating that, again if we convert it into another shape by pouring it into the mold, there is the change in the shape of that object, but the original substance, original wax, the properties of that substance, they do not change. Then melting of ice. When the solid, that means ice is formed, converted into liquid on heating in water. At that time, the original substance, that means water, it is not having another properties. The properties remain the same. Then when it is converted into water vapors, then also the original substance of that is water and it does not change its properties. And these are temporary. We can also convert water into ice and ice into water. It is also reversible one. Then at the time of evaporation also there is formation of water vapors, and if we put a plate on that vessel, then the vapors get collected on that plate, and when it is cooled at that time, due to cooling down, there is condensation of those water vapors and then again water droplets are formed, and these are also the reversible changes. Then breaking of glass object, just now we have seen it. And now what is the chemical change? Chemical change in Marathi, it is called Rasayanik Badal. What happens here also? See, changes in which one substance is transformed into another having new and different properties. See, here there is no change, and here there are changes in the properties. That means the substance that is formed due to the this chemical change, it is having new properties and it is having different properties. Then these are permanent changes. These are not temporary. And for the examples are ripening of fruit. First one. Suppose this is raw mango, and after ripening, this raw mango is converted into this ripened mango. And this mango, it will have the different properties other than this raw mango. Then burning of wood. Just now we have seen that when we burn this stick, at that time it is also wooden stick and it will be converted into ash after burning. See, when we burn paper, at that time also after burning, will we this paper, it will be converted into ash, and this will not have the properties of this original substance. In this way we have studied the examples here. Also rusting of iron, it is an example of this chemical change. There are so many examples. When we make the different things, at that time due to chemical combination there is the formation of a new thing. For example, if sodium and chlorine they combine together, there is chemical reaction and there is formation of sodium chloride, and that is nothing but our common salt. And this sodium has different properties whereas chlorine has different properties, and when they there is chemical combination of these two, at that time there is the formation of common salt, and that is having different properties other than sodium as well as chlorine. In this way there is chemical change. For example, our H2O, water. Water is also having H2O, that means hydrogen and oxygen is there. Hydrogen has different properties, oxygen has different properties, and when this come together there is formation of water, and there is totally new property. There is the formation of a substance that is having new properties. In this way these chemical changes take place, and there are innumerable examples of all these types of changes, and because of some limitations we have to wind up here, and we have studied all these types in detail with the help of their definitions as well as their examples. Okay, thank you.